Never underestimate a shrimp. 500 million years ago, there was a creature that looked at your ancestors the same way you look at a plate of fresh sashimi. That creature was an Anomalogus. The name might sound strange, but in reality, it was the first generation of elite apex predators in Earth's history. At a time when most life forms were no larger than your fingernail, an Anomalogus reached lengths of over 1 meter. It was like a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier cruising through the primordial seas with 16,000 lenses in its eyes. It locked onto targets from every conceivable angle, even if you hid deep beneath the sediment. It could practically smell your fear. More terrifyingly, its mouth was a circular meat-grinding machine composed of 30 to razor-sharp plates, specialized for crushing the hardest organisms of that era, the trilobites. The moment an Anomalogus opened its eyes, Earth's 3 billion year era of peace came to a violent end. It sparked the first arms race on the planet, forcing every living thing to make a choice: evolve armor, or vanish from the ocean forever. But the craziest part, this ultimate predator, the one that pushed the entire world to the brink of extinction, was eventually killed by its own perfection. It was so powerful that evolution itself couldn't keep up with its appetite. The mystery of the Burgess Shale. The story begins in 1909 at the Burgess Shale in Canada. While excavating fossils, scientists discovered a series of bizarre fragments to giant claws, a circular mouth, and a spiked tail. At first, they thought these belonged to 3 entirely different species. It took 75 years for a scientist to finally piece them together, and the world was stunned. This wasn't 3 species, but a single monster. With a body 2 meters long, a pair of sickle-shaped claws, a rotating mouth, and rows of undulating fins along its back, it looked as if someone had fused a lobster, a praying mantis, and a shark into one body. But the most terrifying part was the eyes. Under an electron microscope, researchers found that each eye contained 16,000 individual lenses. For comparison, marten dragonflies, the masters of vision today, only have about 30,000 lenses for both eyes. Combined, 500 million years ago, an Anomalogus already possessed this god mode configuration. It could observe a full 360-degree panorama and calculate a prey's speed and distance with absolute precision, while every other creature was blind or could only see faint shadows. An Anomalogus was playing a game with all hacks enabled, rewriting the rules of the ocean vision. Was just the beginning. The real weapons were the 2 frontal appendages. Each limb had over 10 sharp spikes, acting like hooked slits. Computer simulations of its hunting behavior show that when these limbs closed, the speed was so intense that a trilobite's shell couldn't even close in time before being sliced in half. Then came the mouth, 30 to teeth ranged in a circular saw formation, grinding prey into mincemeat. Before an Anomalogus, the Earth's oceans were peaceful. Creatures drifted aimlessly, absorbing nutrients from the water. But an Anomalogus issued a brutal decree. You are not here to live. You are here to be food. This was the spark for the Cambrian explosion. Life didn't just explode randomly. Instead, every organism began to frantically evolve weapons. Trilobites grew defensive spikes, mollusks began to burrow into the seabed, and sponges secreted toxins. The entire ocean transformed from a sanctuary into a biological armory. All because of one single species. The death of perfection, an Anomalogus ruled the oceans for over 20 million years, thousands of times longer than human civilization has existed. It never stopped perfecting itself, becoming larger, faster, and sharper. But eventually, it became too perfect, so specialized that there was no room left for adaptation. As the environment changed, temperatures dropped and oxygen levels fell, the food chain reorganized. New predators appeared, smaller, faster, and requiring far less energy. An Anomalogus with its massive body, needed to consume 30% of its body weight every single day just to survive, as food became scarce, smaller. Agile hunters began to steal its prey by darting into narrow crevices where the giant couldn't. Follow suddenly. The ultimate configuration became a burden. Its 16,000 lenses were useless in murky waters. Its giant claws were clumsy in tight spaces, and its powerful teeth were a waste of energy on tiny prey. It was like a heavy tank trying to navigate a narrow city alleyway. Ultimately, Anomalocaris went extinct about 460 million years ago. It wasn't defeated by a strong rival. It was defeated by hunger. It was too powerful to adapt and too specialized to lower its standards. The lesson of evolution is clear. Extreme specialization is the road to extinction. Today, distant relatives of Anomalocaris, such as the mantis shrimp and king lobster, still roam the oceans. They inherited the clipping hunting structure from their ancestor, but none of them kept the extreme configuration. They chose a balanced path, strong enough to attack, but not too bulky, fast enough to swim, but small enough to hide in the rocks. The story of Anomalocaris teaches us that evolution does not reward the strongest, but the most adaptable. Countless giants have ruled the Earth Titanoboa, Dunkleosteus, Spinosaurus, all champions of their time, but today they are only fossils. Meanwhile, humble creatures like rats, cockroaches, and sharks have survived from the age of dinosaurs to the present day because they never locked themselves into an evolutionary dead end. So, the next time you enjoy a lobster dinner, remember that you are eating the descendant of the first super predator in history, the creature that forced all life on Earth into a deadly arms race only to die from its own perfection. This was Anomalocaris, Earth's first killing machine, and the first to prove that being perfect can be a death sentence.